Hi there, it's Bridget, and I'm going to show you how to make these miniature leaves for your miniature Spooky Town village or any other project where you'd like some miniature leaves. First of all, we're going to start off with some yellow construction paper. I tend to use reds, orange, yellows, even a brown if you wish, if you'd like darker ones. But I'm going to tell you the reason why. I tried using white construction paper or white office paper, and you can see here that where the paint missed, or I missed a spot on the paper while painting, it left it white. Whereas this one, I used a yellow piece of paper and there was absent of paint here, and you can see that it's yellow. So let's get started. So like I said, yellow or colored construction paper, a stipple brush, some acrylic paints, and I just use the cheap acrylic paint, and I will be using the colors red, orange, yellow, green, and brown. And you will need yourself a cutter, and I will put a link to this in the description. I purchased this one from Michael's Craft Stores. And then a piece of styrofoam or something that has a little bit of push to it, and a pin with a large head. This is used in the end to give the leaf dimension. So let's get started here. Now when I'm painting my paper, I really don't have a rhyme or reason. I just get right to it and I just start stippling wherever, and I don't even clean my brush. I just go in with the next color, and you can see kind of how it's marbling together. And I'll even take a little bit of yellow just to give it some nice hues. Gives it just a little bit dimension. Now I particularly like the bright reds and the oranges and the yellows, but you can do oranges and yellows and browns and greens. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit here like that, and we'll switch colors. We'll go into some yellows and greens. Now you're going to want to paint one side of the paper, let it dry, flip it over, and paint the second side as well. Okay. I'm just going to cut this off because I already have some finished. Okay. So here you can see on this side I have done reds and oranges with a little bit of yellow, and on this side I've done a little bit more of the reds and orange and yellows, but I do have some browns in there. So this side is completely dry. I did this before. And your cutter. So I like to work with mine upside down so I can see kind of where my colors are going to be. And you can see here where one side has a little bit of paint not completely covered the paper, and the other side just have some splotches. So you can continue to go right down a row. Another reason why I like to do it upside down, so I can get maximum leaves per piece of paper. So once I have a row completely finished, I simply just cut that off and start again. Okay, so once we have our leaves cut out, and I don't know how many pieces of paper I've done this year. I think probably 6 or 7 for my village, but I've used them on trees, walkways, all sorts of things. Okay, now our little piece of foam and our pin. I'm going to take a leaf, I'm just going to place it on there, and I'm going to push. Now, some of you other people that do paper type of crafts, you may have a better tool and a better system. I just like to use what's close and available. So you can see it kind of gave it almost a half moon shape, as if it has just fallen off a tree. And that gives a little bit of dimension in your scene, so it doesn't just look like a piece of paper. Now, I have tried using this cutter on silk flowers. It does not work, so I'll save you that hassle. But you just simply form them a little bit. You can even fold them in half. Those two are stuck together. You know, just kind of pinch them up a little bit so that when they're in your scene, they just have a little bit more dimension. Well, that's how I made my leaves that you have seen in a few of my pictures. I hope you enjoyed.